Oh! Hello, and welcome to episode 22 of Deadly Effigy. I'm Luke Lagau. I have painted this white, and then painted it again with Mod Podge, clear, matte Mod Podge, and did a couple coats of that, and then painted it all again with brown, and then take a crappy brush and some floating medium and scrub that brown off to reveal the white, and here is how you do that. Been having skulls on my mind lately, so thought I'd get a nice creepy skull going. Going back in now, just with some burnt umber and black to darken in some areas. I like to start in the mid-tone, the brown, just to get the idea going, and then come back in with the dark, because I like to have some wiggle room, you know? Nothing wrong with a little wiggle room. Always able to get a little lighter, always able to get darker when you got wiggle room. So this whole painting took me 3 weeks. That's why it's the video is so late. I try to get a video out a week, but there was just no way to do it with this one. And every time I turned around, I was adding more and more details to the thing. And let me tell you, it made me realize a few things that I will share with you at the end of the video. There's going to be some drastic changes to my approach to art. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, I went in with some nutmeg brown, I believe it's called, and then I'm coming in with this is basically a yellow ochre. I think it's called like sunbeam yellow or something like that. And then I started mixing in some black with the yellow ochre and making a green, kind of a muted green. Never a great idea, by the way, mixing black and white is never a great idea, because that's when you start to really notice that it's drying either lighter or darker than you expected it would. As soon as you add black and white, especially if you add black and white making kind of like a gray, that's when you are just chasing that color for the rest of eternity, it seems like. Coming back in now to get these teeth going. I really wanted to get that look that actual skulls have, especially animal skulls, of that kind of really stained around the gum line look, and then kind of the enamel, the white enamel toward the tips. And I think I got pretty close. So I'm happy with the way that rendered out. And I was actually just today talking to a friend about this. He sent me a photo of X-ray of someone who had hyperdontia, which is a rare disorder where your body continues growing teeth. Like all the inside of the roof of the mouth is just covered in teeth, and those poor people who have that, they have to go get them all removed. And I think after they get it all pulled, I don't know what else they do. I guess it's just like pulling people's teeth when they switch to dentures, but holy cow, it's pretty horrific. But yeah, this character's definitely got some hyperdontia going on. He's got dontia in his nose even. Dang. Cheekbone dontia. As you can see, I am adding a few different colors now. Going some purple, going some reds. And this is why this painting took so long, because just chasing these colors and trying to get them to seamlessly blend into the other colors in acrylic it's really a task. And when I added the blue nose to this character here, boy, he started really looking kind of baboon-like, I think, which I like. Anyway, the idea for this video was taking kind of cartoony subject matter and trying to render it realistically. I don't know how successful I was with that for realism. I suppose it's successful enough. Shadows seem pretty accurate and whatnot. It's just the overall subject is so psychedelic that I don't know how realistic it can really be. But anyway, you tell me in the comments how you think I did taking a cartoony subject and rendering it realistically. To share a thought on being successful with that. Uh-oh, wait a second. We have a visitor. Well, hello there, kitten. You want to sniff? You want to sniff. You want to sniff this? He wants to play. He says, you just mind your business and I'll mind my business. Alright, buddy. I guess I better get back to work. Anyway, being successful at rendering cartoony things as though they're realistic. That's one of those things, again, once you know the rules, you know how to break the rules kind of thing. It definitely would be beneficial to know how to render a realistic face or paint realism before you attempt to turn something cartoony realistic. But really, that's all it takes, is just knowing how things react in shadows and lights, and how light bounces and casts other colored light onto the objects around it. Those kind of fundamentals of light and object reflections, I guess. Was that word salad? That seemed like word salad. I thought this guy needed a bit of a deformed hand over here, so I painted that in. And then I just felt like there needed to be something else a little different over here, so why not a weird little burning orb? Almost like a lens flare, but also like a little star or sun. I guess. Same thing, really. Same difference. And some more nonsense and fleshy objects. That was another thing I was kind of going for in this painting, was like mixing filigree and what's the other word for filigree? I can't think of it at the moment, but that kind of motif with flesh and wrinkles. But anyway, 3 weeks down into 10 minutes. It's time to sign this one. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Leave a comment, share it with your friends, leave a question if you have any. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And the little miniature announcement I think I'm gonna make here at the end is that the next episode I do, I believe, is going to be in oils. Oil paints instead of acrylics. Because my art has changed a tad bit recently. And I was super stressed out trying to get these colors just to agree with me. Here's the finished piece. So keep an eye out for next week's video in oil paints. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week.